Opening the window for justice. Victims advocates are pressing lawmakers to revise the statute of limitations for cases of sex abuse. As Eyewitness News reporter Joe Holden explains, two groups of victims are coming together in hopes that they can bring about change. Joe is in Center City right now with that story. Joe, good evening.
Yuki, good evening to you. 9 states have addressed retroactivity in their statutes of limitations. Delaware is seen as the leader. Pennsylvania considered to be towards the bottom. In what ended in sobering defeat 2 years ago, due in part to a powerful lobby by the Catholic Church, on Tuesday, renewed calls were made to open a 2-year window in the statute of limitations for sex abuse survivors.
This is an epidemic of child sex abuse. The victims from the past need to have their claims revived.
In making her pitch, attorney Marcy Hamilton was surrounded by people with distressing accounts of abuse and cover-up. Renowned gymnast Sarah Klein, a victim of serial pedophile Larry Nassar, was abused for 17 years.
The only thing that stands between countless victims of sexual violence, cover-up, and justice is something called a statute of limitations.
Klein's efforts in Michigan led to a revision of that state's statute of limitations. And here survivors are capitalizing on a fresh wave of anger, ignited by a statewide grand jury report into priest sex abuse
that prove that they hid it for over 20 years.
Mike and Debbie McElmail speak for their late son, Sean. The young man was abused at the hands of Father Robert Brennan while in school at Resurrection of Our Lord Parish in the Northeast. The criminal case against Brennan ended after Sean died. The McElmails struck a confidential settlement with the Archdiocese.
For all these poor people that want to get statute of limitations, they're still going to be in for the fight of their life. At the news conference, State Senator Dalen Leach, the Democrat, conceded he has struggled in the past with revising the statute.
I know that I want to try to come up with a solution that can pass the Senate and we can all live with and brings justice to the people who need it.
Now, we repeatedly reached out to Republicans. Senate President Pro Tem Joe Scarnati for comment. His staff did not get back to us. We also reached out to the Archdiocese of Philadelphia and the Diocese of Allentown with questions about the statute of limitations. Both referred us to the Pennsylvania Catholic Conference. A spokeswoman there said that the time to discuss this legislation will come later. In Center City outside the Basilica, reporting live, Joe Holden, CBS 3 Eyewitness News.
All right, Joe, thank you.